She woke up and she felt that something was fishy, and now she's all excited and she doesn't want to go back to sleep. So she'll be joining us tonight, and hopefully no more guest artists, but we'll be on the lookout to check that our other two sleeping children stay asleep. And we'll start off with a song. You can all join us and sing together with us to celebrate the land of Israel.
על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על האש המבוערת, על המים הזכים,
על האיש ששב הביתה
מרחקים, על כל אלה, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי, אלי הטוב. שמור לי על כל אלה ועל אהובי נפשי,
על השקט, על הבכי ועל
זה השיר. על כל אלה, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי, אלי הטוב.
Thank you. So nice seeing you together with us, and even seeing some familiar faces, which is especially fun. And so we're celebrating Yom Haatzmaut together, Israel's 74th year, and it's a really amazing thing Maybe
A small fact I think that really makes this celebration even more special, and that is that if you look at Jewish history, you see that every time there was a Jewish state, after 73 years, it was pretty much
started falling
it started
apart.
falling apart, started crumbling. So we have King Shlomo, David HaMelech, and Shlomo and Solomon that started the first Beit Mikdash, and
And that was basically the first Jewish
the
state.
first Jewish state, you could say, or kingdom. And 73 years later, it split between the son of Shlomo, Rechavam, and the king Yerav'am, to two different kingdoms, the Israel kingdom and the Yehuda kingdom. The same thing happened in the time of the second Beit Mikdash, the second temple, when after the Chashmonaim, the story of Hanukkah happened, 73 years later, there was a split between two brothers that were fighting between them, Hyrcanus and Aristobulus, and that brought the Romans in, and we lost our sovereignty. And then came the third state of Israel. That's the current state, the modern Jewish state. And 73 years later,
We're still here.
we're still here in the
Woohoo!
74th year, and we made it through. So it's a big celebration, and it really is a big celebration. I guess we're more unified than in the past. And even though maybe
Even if it doesn't always feel
we
that way.
feel a little bit maybe not so unified, I guess we're doing not such a bad job. So
And it's really such a reminder to us that our unity is our strength, and we all need to come together, both in the state of Israel and the Jewish community all around the world. So you can join us in this next song of togetherness.
יחד לב אל לב נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים. יחד לב אל לב נפתח בתקווה לאהבה. הלב נפתח חובק את העולם ובתרועה גדולה זה שיר לאהבה. אמרו הכל אפשר, זה לא מאוחר, השחר כבר עלה, זה שיר לאהבה.
1, 2, 3, and
יחד לב אל לב נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים. יחד לב אל לב נפתח בתקווה לאהבה.
ורק אם נאמין
ובלי שום דאווין לדרך העולה. זה שיר האהבה. 2, 3, 4. לה 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 do 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 la 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 la.
one more time.
יחד לב אל לב נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים. יחד לב אל לב נפתח בתקווה לאהבה.
ורק אם נאמין
ובלי שום דאווין דרך העולם. זה שיר לאהבה.
Hi. You like singing with us? So maybe we'll share an original song that's about the spring, and I feel like it's very suitable for this time of year that we're in. You know, we start off with Pesach, and we kind of start celebrating the renewal of everything that's around us. But in a way, if you think about it, it might also be a song about not taking things for granted. And I feel like the state of Israel nowadays is really like a modern day miracle that we can't take for granted. And it's a original tune to the words of the Israeli poet Leah Goldberg. She writes, Lamdani Elohai Barech V'Yitpalel. Teach me, my God, to bless and to pray. And Noga Pri Bashel, on all the small details of and the small beauty in life, the ripening fruit, the withering leaf. Leval yeh alai yomi ergel, so my days will not turn into a routine. It's really about a song about being able to see the blessings and the details, and not taking things for granted. So I'll dedicate it to the spring and to the nature of the land of Israel, and also to the state that we don't want to take for granted. I'm getting tired.
למדני אלוהי ברך והתפלל על סודה לקמל על נוגה פרי בשל על החירות הזאת לראות לחוש לנשום לדעת לייחל להיקשר למדני אלוהי ברך והתפלל על סודה לקמל על נוגה פרי בשל על החירות הזאת לראות לחוש לנשום לדעת לייחל להיקשר למל שפתותיי ברכה ושיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב אבל יהיה ימי היום כתמול שלשום למל שפתותיי ברכה ושיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב אבל יהיה עלי יומי למדני אלוהי ברך והתפלל על סודה לקמל על נוגה פרי בשל על החירות הזאת לראות לחוש לנשום לדעת לייחל להיקשר למל שפתותיי ברכה ושיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב אבל יהיה ימי היום כתמול שלשום למל שפתותיי ברכה ושיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב אבל יהיה עלי יומי הרגל שיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב למל שפתותיי ברכה ושיר הלב ויתחדש זמן חיים בוקר ועם לב לבד יהיה על היומי הרגל
So just a quick moment, I'm going to check that our children are still sleeping. Maybe
I put her down.
I don't know if that's going to happen. She wants to sing. But maybe Yoni, along with being a musician, is also a tour guide. And maybe you can share something about the Declaration of Independence or something. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Yes. So, since we're coming up to the declaration of the state, that's what we're really celebrating. Yom Haatzmaut, I thought maybe I'd give you guys a little. I just read a book of a memoir of Zev Sharf, that he was the one that organized the whole big ceremony that we know of, the declaration of the State of Israel. So it's a really amazing thing because it turns out that it wasn't something so planned. And Zev Sharf gets a call from David Ben Gurion and tells him, we're planning, hopefully, in 2 days to declare the state, and your job is to get it ready. He's like, what? We're declaring the state? Okay. So where are we going to do it? He goes, I can't deal with it. We're in the middle of the War of Independence. You just get it ready. So he goes, okay. He's looking for a place. He says, let's do it in the museum in Tel Aviv, Dizengoff Museum. And he finds a place, and there's paintings all over the walls. He starts taking off all the paintings. He goes, what? We're going to declare it with paintings around us? And then the walls looked bare. So what are we going to put instead of it? So he quickly runs to the Sochnut office and finds a huge picture of Herzl. He takes it off the wall, runs back into the place, and instead of a nail of a painting, he puts a picture of Herzl, and he says, okay, we should also get flags. Runs back to the Sochnut, gets 2 big flags, and then he says, oh, I need we have to have a nice long table. Where we get a table from that's going to fit all the people we're going to invite. And I actually met someone named Binyamin, an older man that told me, he lives in Yerushalayim now. He used to work then, as he was a young man, worked as a carpenter, and someone, Zev, goes to him and the night before and says, I need you to work all night on a really long table. And he goes, what do you need a long table for? He says, well, tomorrow, it's a secret, but we're declaring the state of Israel, and we need a long table. So he starts building this long table all night. He said, I worked on it all night, and that table in the pictures with everyone sitting on, that's the table that I built. I said, that's an amazing thing. So they get the table, and they're all ready to go. The only thing they need now is to send out invitations. And if you look at the invitation that they sent out, it was sent out the day before the declaration of the state, and they sent it only to specific people because they didn't want it to get out, because they were scared that if people know, if there was a war of independence, if the Arab nations know, maybe they're going to start attacking even earlier, and it was a secret, but it wasn't really a secret because everyone told their friends, like all Israelis do. The secret's not really a secret, and they come to the time, and instead of it being just the invited people, there's thousands and thousands of people on the street outside the place of the place where they're going to declare the state, and they're all in there. And here's another interesting fact. They wanted to sing Hatikva in the beginning, and they said, let's have on the second floor a nice whole symphony sitting, and they'll play music, and we'll hear the music of the symphony, and we'll all sing. But then Zev said, but how are we going to know? How are we going to tell him to start? If Ben Gurion's standing on the bottom, we have to somehow tell him to start. They said, you know what? We'll have a kid that's going to run up the stairs and tell them, start, right? I'll send him up. Anyways, this kid is standing at the entrance, and these throngs of people start walking in, and he gets pushed in to the bathroom or the entrance, and the door gets shut. And then Zev goes, where's the kid to start the ceremony? We have to start the ceremony. And the kid's stuck in there, knocking on the door, let me out, let me out. He's stuck in there. And then Ben Gurion, he's like, what's going on? Why isn't anyone starting? And he just starts reading the Megillat Haatzmaut, the Declaration of the State. Oh, we have more guests in here. This is very exciting. And anyways, and maybe I told Nina, I said, maybe this is the fact that we always end ceremonies with a tikva and don't start ceremonies with a tikva is maybe it's because of that story. In any case, that's just a little a bunch of small facts about the declaration of the state. Oh, there's more, but I don't know if it's Nina gave me that. Nina allowed me to start talking. Now I can't stop. But maybe we should sing another song. I continue. This one more fact, and the fact is, if you look at the pictures of Ben Gurion telling this, reading the Declaration of the State, he's actually reading it from a piece of paper and not from the big scroll that we know of. And the reason is because they didn't have enough time for someone to write out the actual Megillat Haatzmaut, so he's just reading it from a paper. And when people signed on the scroll, it was like an empty check. there was nothing written there, and only later on they actually wrote it. So that
Anyways,
is
if you ever come to Israel and you want someone to take you around, Yoni's the person. Thank you, Yoni. And Achia Yehuda joined us here. I feel like we're like in a game of sardines, where you play reverse hide and seek and people kind of find you one by one and join your hiding spot. So anyways, there's one left to go. So we'll see if she finds us.
okay.
All right. So let's sing something for celebrate the Jewish state.
Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Ad Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Hey, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Am Yisrael Chai. Hey, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai.
So really, I think from your news stories, you could really feel how the people who founded our state were such dreamers, and just took these incredible leaps of faith.
I didn't say that story.
Even okay, I don't know what you said, but they were, and took these incredible leaps of faith into the unknown, and really created this incredible place, which for so many years was such a dream for our people. We say in Shir HaMa'alot, in the Psalms, Shir HaMa'alot, B'shuv Adonai, et Shivat Zion, Hayinu kecholmim. When God will return us to our land, to Jerusalem, then we'll be like dreamers. It'll be like a dream. And it's really incredible that in our days we get to see this dream coming true. So maybe we'll share another original with you about being dreamers and being people of dreams. It's called Adam Shel Chalomot. We'll teach you part of it, and you can sing it with us.
מה שתרצה כבר חי בך, כל מה שתרצה, כל מה שתחלום יתגשם בך. הכל מה שתשאל זאת התשובה שלך, כל מה שתשאל, מה שתחפש אתה תמצא בך הכל מה שתכתוב יהיה סיפור שלך, כל מה שתכתוב, כל מה שתכתב, יציף בך הכל. העבר מחליף צורה, להווה של זיכרונות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. וגם אתה מחליף צורה, לאדם של חלומות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. דידי לי לי, דידי לי לי, יאללה לי, דידי לי לי לי, דידי לי לי, דידי לי לי, יאללה לי, דידי לי לי לי, דידי לי לי, דידי לי לי, דידי לי, דידי לי לי לי, דידי לי לי, דידי לי לי, דידי לי, דידי לי לי, כל מה שעבר ימשיך לחיות בך, כל מה שעבר, מה שתחפש, אתה תמצא בך, תמצא בך הכל, מה שתרצה, כך חי בך, כל מה שתרצה, כל מה שתחלום, יתגשם בך, כל העבר מחליף צורה, להווה של זיכרונות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. וגם אתה מחליף צורה, לאדם של חלומות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, העבר מחליף צורה, להווה של זיכרונות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. וגם אתה מחליף צורה, לאדם של חלומות, זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. זה לא פחות, אתה יודע, לא פחות. פרפם, בללנה, ננה, 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 בללנה, דידי לי לי, דידי לי, דידי לי לי לי, רדדדדם, ננה, ננה, רדדדדם, דידי לי לי לי, ויום אחד תתעורר, ועל דף התוצאות מה יהיה כתוב? אדם של חלום, דידי די לה, דידי נה לה, דידי נה, דידי נה 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 נה, דידי די לה, דידי די לה, דידי די, דידי די לה לה לה, אללה לה לה, דידי די לה, דידי די, דידי די לה לה לה, דידי די לה, דידי די לה, דידי די, דידי דם פם פם פם. Nina, can I say that about that, or is that too much talking?
No, it's fine.
About the actual declaration? Because Nina was saying that we're just saying about being dreamers, and the amazing thing is that even the decision of deciding to create the state of Israel was not such a simple decision, and there's in the meetings in the pre-government of Israel, you see the diunim, the discussions, and it's crazy things. Ben Gurion was asking people in front of him, should we declare the state or not? And everyone was saying not to. Moshe Sharet said, I just spoke with the Americans, and they said we should wait a little bit, and we shouldn't declare the state. And Golda Meir said, I just met Abdallah, the king of Jordan, and it's secretly on the border with Jordan, and he told me that if we declare a state, we're going to start a war. And then Ben Gurion said, a war? That's not good. And he asked the commander of the Ramatkal, the commander of the army, and he said, wait, if there's a war, what's the chance? Are we going to win? We're going to win the war, right? And he goes, it's a 50% chance, we might win, might not. And then Ben Gurion's like, okay, let's do it. That sounds like a good plan. So it just understanding the context of the decision, it's just celebrating the omets, the bravery to actually go for such a crazy dream that didn't really make sense. So
it's true.
Baruch
It's
Hashem.
really incredible. Baruch Hashem. I was born in Jerusalem. My parents both made Aliyah before I was born, and Yoni.
I was born in New York. I made Aliyah when I was 5.
Was a big Zionist.
I was a big Zionist with my parents. Yes.
So but we're both very much connected to the city of Jerusalem. Yoni for years lived in Jerusalem and was a tour guide there, and we put together this mashup of Jerusalem songs, which kind of tells the story of Jerusalem, right? Because we're celebrating Haatzmaut. Next holiday we have is Yom Yerushalayim, and Jerusalem is really such an incredible combination, both of past, present, and future, and different cultures all kind of mixed together and mushed together, and all the faiths and religions. So maybe we'll sing a song also celebrating Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, if I forget you, Jerusalem, if I forget you, oh, Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Fine, I come down from it, tongue.
Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Let my right hand forget what it's supposed to do.
Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Fine, I come down from it, tongue.
Jerusalem, if I forget you.
In the ancient days, we will return with no delay, picking up the bounties and the spoils on our way. We've been traveling from state to state, and I don't understand what they say. 3,000 years with no place to be, and they're trying to take a man, milk and honey. Don't you see? It's not about the land or the sea, not the country, but the reigning of His Majesty.
Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Fine, I come down from it, tongue.
Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Let my right hand forget what it's supposed to do.
Jerusalem, if I forget you,
Fine, I come down from it, tongue.
Jerusalem, if I forget you. אם לא אעלה,
Fine, I come down from it,
אם
tongue.
לא אעלה את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי, על ראש שמחתי. גילו בה כל אוהביה ששו את ירושלים, גילו בה אורו של עולם. הנה אני בא, הנה אני בא,
ירושלים,
הנה אני בא,
חוזר אלייך,
אני בא,
אל חומותייך.
הנה אני בא, הנה אני בא, הנה אני בליבנו, בליבנו עוד שיר אחד קיים. ירושלים בין ירדן לים, בליבנו, בליבנו עוד שיר אחד קיים. ירושלים בין ירדן לים, הנה אני בא.
You're welcome to sing with us this next song as well.
אוויר הרים צלול כיין, בריח אורנים, נישא ברוח ארבעים עם כל פעמונים.
ותרדמת אילן ואבן, שבויה בחלומה.
העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה.
ירושלים של זהב, של נחושת ושלום,
הלא לכל שירייך אני,
כינור.
ירושלים של זהב,
של נחושת ושלום, הלא לכל שירייך אני, כינור. איכה יבשו בורות המים, כיכר השוק ריקה, ואין פוקדת הר הבית בעיר העתיקה. ובמעות אשר בסלע
מייללות רוחות,
ואין יורד אל ים המלח
בדרך יריחו. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושלום, הלא לכל שירייך אני,
כינור.
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושלום, הלא לכל שירייך אני.
כינור. חזרנו אל
לשוק ולכיכר, שופר קורא בהר הבית, בעיר העתיקה.
ובמעות אשר בסלע, אלפי שמשות זוכרות, נשוב נרד אל ים המלח,
בדרך יריחו, ירושלים של זהב, ושל נחושת ושלו, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב, ושל נחושת ושלו,
הלא
כל שירייך אני כינור.
Okay, so just to check that Ashira's still sleeping, that'll be right.
Now we have opportunity. No, I'm not gonna tell you guys so many stories, because we're here to sing, not only to talk. So we'll sing together, that's celebrating how the Jewish people are returned to their land, to their homeland. V'shavu banim ligvulam. V'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu 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 banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim ligvulam. v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim, v'shavu banim ligvulam. Okay, so I can't hold myself back from speaking, but I hope from the smiles on your faces, I think you're accepting. The truth is that v'shavu banim ligvulam, that when the children of Israel come back to their land, then we know that the Torah promises that when the Jewish people are on their land, it's going to be very fruitful, and it's going to be full of agriculture. And when they're not on their land, it says v'shamumu alea oivechem, that the land is going to be desolate. And I was just actually going on a trip in the Jordan Valley, and we know that in the Jordan Valley it's supposed to be a place full of full of beautiful, dates and palm trees and Kigan Yarak, a beautiful place. And I was reading different people that went by there. There's the famous Mark Twain, how he's saying the land is so desolate and empty and nothing's here. And also more people. Mark Twain was known to be very cynical, so I didn't trust him, and I was looking for other quotes. And Robinson and all these different British people that were going on trips around Israel that were very, very. They were actually doing research, so everything they write is true. They were saying that the area of Bikat Yarden, one of them writes, it's the most disgusting place. And how could it be that the Bible writes such great things about this disgusting place? And today, when I was just there, it was full just green patches of green of palm trees and agriculture, and it's really a prophecy coming true. You see that we came back to our land, and it's just coming to life. And the amount of dates. Oh, it's good you're back because I have more things in my head. I have to sing.
Say, I think Yoni is so happy with the setup where I leave and he gets to talk about history. You like made his Yom Haatzmaut. So thank you for that and for the kids who've arranged this kind of setup. Sing hi. שמעו אחי, אני עוד חי, ושעיניי עוד נישאות לאור. חם במחוכי, אך גם פרחי, ולפניי שנים רבות לזכור.
אני שואל ומתפלל, טוב שלא אבדה עוד התקווה.
עובר מזמור, מדור לדור, כמעיין ועד ועד עולם.
אני שואל ומתפלל, טוב שלא אבדה עוד התקווה. חי, 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 כן אני עוד חי, זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני עוד חי, 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 עם ישראל חי. זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני.
ימיי ולילותיי, ובשמיים עמוד האש גם. אשיר בלי די, אפרוס ידיי, לידידיי אשר מבוים לצור.
אני שואל ומתפלל, טוב שלא אבדה עוד התקווה. חי, 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 כן אני עוד חי, זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני עוד חי. דו עם ישראל חי, זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני עוד חי, 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 עם ישראל חי. זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני. חי. Hi. What's your?
So we got here a request for an Yvette, which we actually we kind of mixed together with yeah, so we did the mix with Heal the World, and we sang this kind of in light of everything that's happening around the world, and especially our hearts are with Ukraine. And I think that when we're celebrating the state of Israel, it's also important to think of kind of our responsibility for the world, and kind of what we're striving to bring
as a nation
into the world as a nation. Heal the world, make it a better place. better place for you and for me.
אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם.
Thank you. Maybe we'll share one more original with you today. And it's a song that we recently released. It's our latest original. It's called Eretz Yisrael. It's a modern love song for the land of Israel. There's a line in the song that says, "Achalutzim sheba'u hena katvu lach en sfor shirim." The pioneers that came here wrote countless songs for you, for the land of Israel. As hina od echad, ki anachnu od ohavim. So here's another one because we still love you. And we were kind of trying to connect to those pioneers who came and worked the land and wrote so many love songs, and to create a modern one of our own, and feel that as we started off saying, you know, we don't take our country for granted even after 74 years, and the love is still going strong. כבר מזמן שלא טיילנו, בוא ניקח תרמיל ומרכב, נגלה שוב את ארצנו, בין השבילים נמצא פינה של צל, כאן הלכו גם אבותינו, לוחשות לי האבנים, וההיסטוריה עוד נכתבת בכל צעד שהולכים. אז בוא נשחה בכנרת, בוא נישן במדבר ונראה כוכבים, אומרים שיש שלג בחרמון, ירושלים מוארת, תל אביב לא נרדמת, ואני מאוהב בארץ ישראל שלי. זה דורות שרק חלמנו לנשק את האדמה, ועכשיו כולנו באנו מכל מקום, מכל פינה, מתרבויות שונות הגענו, מסורות ומנהגים מגוונים כמו ארצנו, כמו נופיה היפים. אז בוא נשחה בכנרת, בוא נישן במדבר ונראה כוכבים, אומרים שיש שלג בחרמון, וואו, ירושלים מוארת, תל אביב לא נרדמת, ואני מאוהבת בארץ ישראל שלי. אז בוא נשחה בכנרת, בוא נישן במדבר ונראה כוכבים, אומרים שיש שלג בחרמון, וואו, ירושלים מוארת, תל אביב לא נרדמת, ואני מאוהב בארץ ישראל שלי. נטפס עד לגולן, חבר לאדמה במדבר יהודה, בערי השומרון ובשפלה. החלוצים שבאו הנה, כתבו לכם ספור שירים, אז הנה עוד אחד,
כי אנחנו עוד אוהבים. אז בוא נשחה בכנרת, בוא נישן במדבר ונראה כוכבים, אומרים שיש שלג בחרמון, ירושלים מוארת, תל אביב לא נרדמת, אני מאוהב בארץ ישראל שלי.
Swimming in the Kinneret, sleeping under the stars in the desert. They say there's already snow in the Hermon. Whoa, Jerusalem's glowing, Tel Aviv keeps on going, and my heart keeps growing for this land of Israel. One more time.
בוא נשחה בכנרת, בוא נישן במדבר ונראה כוכבים, אומרים שיש
שלג
בחרמון. וואו, ירושלים מוארת, תל אביב לא נרדמת, ואני מאוהב בארץ ישראל שלי.
So growing up as a daughter to parents who made Aliyah, just to move to Israel, I remember asking my parents as a kid, why did they decide to come here? And I got two very, very different answers. One, my dad said, I was a big Zionist, I was very active on college campus, and as a student, and at a certain point I was such a big Zionist that I felt like I had to move to Israel. I said, okay, fair enough, good answer. Then I asked my mom, and she gave me a very, very different answer. She said, well, I really like the fruits and vegetables. And as a kid, I remember thinking like, I'll go with my dad's answer. It felt a little bit more heroic and
Idealistic.
Meaningful. I kind of didn't really understand my mom so much. But I think that as I've grown older, I've come to respect my mom's answer as well. Because for me, when I think about Israel, it's exactly that combination. On one hand, it's this dream come true, our people are returning to our biblical homeland. It's this big vision and idea and dream. And on the other hand, it's a reality. It's a real place with fruits and vegetables and people and traffic and everything. And I think that loving Israel both for its dream and for its reality, for the fact that it is real, is for me, that combination is really powerful. So I guess we'll finish off with a mashup that we put together of different Israeli songs kind of throughout history, starting from way back in the beginning. So I see a capo here.
Case, the guitar.
In the case, okay, sure. Starting way back from the beginning.
It doesn't matter, whatever. Okay.
You're invited to sing along with us. There you go.
Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Benismecha, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava,
Nagila, Benismecha. One more
let's go,
time.
Hava, Nagila,
Hava,
Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, ונשמחה, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם. מים, 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 רק בישראל.
הירקון תמיד ירוק,
רק בישראל. יום הולדת לאילן, פפרה פרה פפרה פרה פרה, ירושלים בין ירדן לים. אבא נביא אבא אבן, אבא נביא אבא אבן, אבא דבא, אבא נביא אבא אבן, אבא נביא אבא אבן, אבא דבא. אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יגיע, אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יבוא, אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יופיע,
אני רוצה להיות כמוהו.
אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יגיע, אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יבוא, אני נולדתי לשלום שרק יופיע,
אני רוצה להיות כמוהו.
חי, 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 תמיד להיות חי, זה השיר שסבא שר אתמול לאבא, והיום אני
גוזר חתוך את השמיים,
טוס לאן שבא לך, רק אל תשכח, יש נשר בשמיים גור לך. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום ועל כולם. שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, 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 שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, שלום. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו,
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם.
שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם, שלום, שלום. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. תודה רבה.
חג שמח. We're going to finish off with the tikva.
איי 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 איי. כל עוד בלבב פנימה, נפש יהודי הומיד, ולפתאי מזרח קדימה, עין לציון צופיה. עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
חג שמח, יום העצמאות
יום עצמאות
שמח.
שמח, everybody.
We'd love to see you one day here in Israel.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. So much fun. I know that Rachel has a